Hey guys, it's John V3 IPS again, India Papa Sugar, Italian Pizza Slice. Here we are. As in the previous video, it's a hot day. It was supposed to rain. It's not raining, and I want to try a couple of things here. We've got some activation that we're going to do tomorrow, and just trying to prep some stuff here, try out a couple of things. One of the things we're working on is improving on our mobile capability and our mobile resiliency. So resiliency is 1 is none, 2 is 1. So you really need a backup for everything if you're going to be resilient. We've all gone out to the field and forgotten things. In fact, I have a bag of adapters in my trunk. In my glove box. I should put some coax in there because we've always gone to the park and forgotten things. So my previous antenna that I had was this, I got this when I got the ham sticks. This is a very, very strong magnet. Only problem though is it's set up for a stud mount, and I have some antennas that don't have a stud mount. And I'll tell you one thing right now that I noticed is this thing is very, very difficult to get off once you get on, and it definitely is going to cause scratches. We've caused some scratches on cars and stuff like that. So my daughter was not too thrilled when I took her Mini Cooper out for a park activation and do some mobile stuff, and I ended up scratching her car trying to get this thing off. Very, very strong magnet. So I'm reluctant to use it. So I was on the Chelegance site, and as you guys can see, I have the 599. I've got the 750, which is the vertical. I've taken that to Europe and Aruba with me. The 599 is a V dipole. Also works as an inverted V. So I saw on the Chelegance website that they have a mount, the 336, the J mount. And what I like about this, yeah, it's a smaller footprint, but it's rubberized, and it's a lot easier to take off. Definitely. So it's very easy to take off. I'm not going to try this on 70 mile an hour driving down the carbs. That's kind of not my style of operating. If that was the case, I would use a hitch mount with a different antenna on it. But for my SO239 type antennas, this is gonna work fine. Antennas that have a PL259 connector on it. So we got that. I got the cable kit for it. Very nice. The antenna that I plan on using this for is the mobile antenna kit, the vest pocket antenna. Look, fits the size of a hand, fits in a jacket pocket. I've done a video on this. I've used it before. I actually worked some guys in South Carolina using this as portable with some radials. But basically it's a coil assembly. So in this case here, we're probably going to go yeah, 14. You know, 20's been dead during the day, and I've been hearing some things popping open on 21. So I think we'll pre-put the 21 coil on it. Got the whip. And we're all set. PL259. So that's going to fit. That's going to fit right on there. Perfect. Okay, so that's kind of the purpose of this. Small, lightweight. I've got all my mobile stuff that I have here in a box. I've got a mobile ground radial kit that I'm trying out from something I saw in a newsletter called, I think it's called Hot Iron. Let me look it up again and then I'll correct it. But it's basically a loop that goes around. I primarily made this for a hitch mount, but now that I'm going mobile mount, I'm using some other things. I'm using these magnetic plates. It's again non-scritch furnace. It's magnetic, and it increases the level of capacitance, improves the grounding on it. So I'm going to use that. If you're doing lower frequency stuff, maybe below 7 megs, you may want 2 of those. So that's one I have, and then I thought, you know what, I would try to make my own. Took me a lot of time to try to make this thing out. It would have been easier just to go ahead and buy it. So anyways, I thought I would try to make it. I have this for a different antenna system, but I was going to try with 2 of these on it, see how that would work today. The other thing that I have in here is different boxes, tuner extenders. So if I'm trying to do something on a lower band, there's just some kind of a coil I think is in there, just adding some inductance. These MFJ antenna matchers, you see them at the Hamfest all the time. Here's a newer one, 910, 909. This one's capacitive. This one I believe is inductive. And I have another one here, the same one, 910. It's another one. This actually came out of a guy's car, right? It's all beat up, probably in the trunk of the car. This one's capacitive as well too. I wrote cap on the back. So these are kind of gadgets to help, you know, add in some capacitance, because between the magnet mount and the car body, there is some capacitance that's kind of factored into the antenna tuning, as you'll see as you kind of use some of these antennas, but just adds in different capacitance here to help come up with a lower SWR. So these are kind of handy. I had a patch cable in here. It's not in here, so I better go grab that, because when you're out in the field, you'll forget you need the patch cable. So I'm just putting together here a little mobile box, all powered here by Chelegance pretty much. And so we kind of have an idea of what we're going to do. Here's the other bits and pieces and stuff like that I also picked up at the same time to fill out my order and make sure I got to take advantage of all my shipping stuff. So these are 3/8 adapters. So these are going to be super useful, but the usefulness is going to become on taking the whip antennas from the 599. These are 17-foot whip antennas. You know, they're $100 a piece. In Canada, there's a lot more. And they come with the antenna. So in a way, I kind of got a bonus system here, because now I have these whip antennas. And they're 17 feet long. The only problem is they have Asian M10 thread. Now the Asian M10 thread is fine. I don't have a problem with it, but if I want to interface it with some other stuff and do my experimentation, I can put these adapters on it. So, and then this allows me to put this on a CB style stud mount. So perfect idea, perfect example. So now I'm able to use these whips for some other antennas and stuff like that. Even though here, you know, this is an upward V with the 599. And then on 40 meters, you'll see in the video, I have a downward V, so I could actually have something set up for the whips on, let's say, 20 meters, 40 meters for the inverted V dipole, and now I have two bands running at the same time. I don't need an A/B switch. And I like to run vertical and horizontal type antennas just to compare all the time. So this one would be the V ones. You know, if they came out with one that was for, you know, horizontal dipoles, that would be kind of cool too. So see what those guys come up with. They're always thinking, they're always out in the field, coming up with different ideas and taking notes. So yeah, these adapters are very, and they're cheap too. They're not expensive at all. So, and they're lightweight, so they're not gonna increase your shipping cost at all. Anyways, shipping's pretty cost effective from China. Okay, so that's how we would use these whips and stuff. So we will pack this up. I just love the way these guys. I wish they would come out with a mobile kit so I could put it like this would fit in the mobile box. Everything would all fit in. But this is okay. These things are pretty cool. So the other one I got is I got the mount. This is an M10 adapter kit. So, and this goes onto this mount. So this allows me to use the stud mount, the M10 thread antennas onto this. So I look good in the catalog. I'm still trying to kind of figure out, because where am I going to put the coax on it? And then it occurred to me that this is great for the antenna. But I have this modularity that I really like, because I like mixing and matching. So now I can pop this thing onto here, and I have my M10 stud mount. I can use the other bits and pieces from the kit, be able to use it on that. So I didn't even do this. So let me try it. It's always a problem if you try to do something live, but. I have a feeling that that will fit onto this, and sure enough, I was right. There we go. Bingo. Okay, that worked out perfectly. So the way that I would do this now is I would mount this onto the bracket here, probably pack. I don't know. I think everything should be finger tight, guys. There's no crank everything down. You're not driving away. You're just stationary at a park. So now I can pop this on here. So I have my ground connection here. I would use the mat on it, which goes underneath. So I have my 2 mats. This will plug in underneath. So I have my ground on this side, and then my whip goes on this side. And of course, the whip I'm going to use is the one from the 750. And yeah, so that's a way of now putting in. And why would I do that? Well, I've been hearing some stories of people going to parks. I had one situation where I had the antenna spiked into the ground, which was the MC750. And yeah, you know, it's a 3/8 inch rod. It's about 8 inches into the ground, in the grass. And that was deemed to be not appropriate. Now, there's nothing in the bylaws that say you can't do that, but according to the bylaw officer, you know, hey, no problem, man. I'll just, next time I come, we'll do something different. So now what I do is I operate within my parking spot. So I'll either use a tripod. So there's nothing going on the grass or nothing going into a tree. There's some people concerned about a wire in a tree. Could cut the tree, could damage the tree when you're taking the wire out or putting the wire up. And anyway, so now I can put my magnet mount on here, put the 17-inch whip on it, or the MC750 whip, put that on it, be stationary, and nothing's touching anybody. And now I have some enhancements here. So that's one way we can use that, that antenna. Again, this is a system, right? This is what I like, is a system. Mix and match, different components, do this, do that. And take advantage of the flexibility and take advantage of the modularity. Okay, so what's in the other boxes here? I see somebody screaming in the background. John!